Ladies, could you be missing out on getting a better deal because you're just not sure how or when you're supposed to negotiate? Financial expert Nick Foulks is here today. We always love having you, Nick.
Always a pleasure.
It's always good. Okay, so we know that women, what do we make, like 70 cents on every dollar?
79 cents on the dollar in comparison to your male counterpart.
All right, you just want to make me mad to start this off? No,
I'm just quoting stats. I had nothing to do with it.
I know, exactly. All right, so if we're negotiating for salary, when is a good time? Is it something like, I know for most people, if they get a yearly review, should you bring it up then?
That can be a solid time to bring up the review. Here's the interesting side note is the fact that, over half of women feel like they're underpaid, right? And that's fair. Statistically, it shows that to be true. But less than half of women ever ask for a raise.
Why is that? Just the confidence level? We don't have it?
Yeah, the confidence level can be a big portion of it. And sometimes they haven't necessarily gone through and marked all the reason why they perceive they're deserving of some type of raise. So how have you added benefits to the company? How have you grown? What are the recommendations you've seen? What are the referrals that you've seen? How do other people see you? All of those different things. How are you adding value to the company? Making notes of those, and then having that courage to go and ask can be a huge portion of bumping up your pay grade.
Well, I think part of it, too, is that we were raised to not brag about ourselves. So then keeping a note of, okay, these are all the things I've done for the company seems weird, but you're saying get over it and start preparing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Think of it this way. If the company's ever going to let you go, do you think they have notes on what you did wrong?
True.
They absolutely do.
They do.
So you should probably have some solid notes on where you have added value and what you've done right, because that is not only your defense in a situation like that, but at the same time, it's your advocate when you're looking to increase your income.
Right, and the boss may not realize it. Sometimes they're so busy, they don't realize, okay, you've done all these things. Okay, so you say prepare. Now have a script. And that's for if you're doing salary or if you want to start negotiating some of your bills, right? Lowering the cost of some of the things.
Yeah. Oftentimes we find ourselves kind of in these awkward interactions where we're asking for something like a salary increase or we're negotiating a bill with someone. It can, your heart starts racing, you get a little bit anxious, your thoughts kind of get scattered a little bit, and there were so many good points that you wanted to make. Well, I'm going to suggest that you take the time and you actually write those points down.
Okay.
Create a script for yourself. Maybe it's not line by line reading, this is what I think I've done. Nothing like that. But have some bullet points, some highlights where you can say, okay, these are the focal points I want to talk about in that discussion.
All right, so let's talk about some of the things in the bills that you think we can lower the price on. Dry cleaning.
Yeah.
I never would think about dry cleaning.
Yeah, that's one of those ones people are like, what are you talking about? How do I lower my bill on dry cleaning?
Right.
Well, there's a couple different things. One, if you become a referral person for that company, bringing in friends and family that are going to do their dry cleaning there, oftentimes they'll decrease your rates. Or, little side note, I have a lot of suits, right? I have a lot of dress clothes. I bring back the hangers. Bringing back the hangers to the company saves them costs, and they'll actually start to reduce some of the fees on your dry cleaning.
Just say, can I get a little kickback for these hangers here? Okay.
Exactly.
Credit card bills, always a big one because some of the interest rates are extremely high.
Yeah, the interest rates can be extremely high, but realize this, the credit card company wants to get paid. Mm-hmm. They don't want to see you not pay your bill.
Or they don't want to see you switching.
Exactly. They don't want to see you switching. So here's where you have to do your homework. You go in and you say, okay, I've done some comparison shopping. And I have an option to move my balance over to this card, and the interest rate is only going to be this much. Are you willing to lower your rate to be comparable, or to even go lower than what they're offering me, so then that way I can continue to work with you?
You just have to make the call.
Yeah, you have to make the call. There's also hardship cases where they'll lower your rates if you're in some type of a hardship too.
Okay, which is nice. All right, furniture. Going in, I'm big on this. It's horrible. If you see me walking into the store, you don't want to know. I do too much research.
Oh, that's great. I'm a dork like that. That's what I do. I do the research ahead of time before I go into the store.
Right.
So there's little things that you can do negotiating for your furniture. Prime example, be willing to take a floor model rather than the new one that's wrapped inside of the package. So what? A couple different people sat on the same chair that you're going to sit in. Not a big issue, but it could knock a couple % off of the cost. Also, if you maybe avoid having them deliver it, you can also have an internal fee that's going to be waived for you. It says free delivery. There's internal fees with that as well. So you can maybe eliminate some of the cost doing things like that.
okay to ask for that. I'm all about the scratch and the dent. I'll take that, no problem. All right, phone and cable. The cable company, why do I have to constantly call them to try to reduce my rate?
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
It feels like this weird game that we play over and over again. Hey, it's been a year. Time to renegotiate. I was just talking with somebody about this. So if you want to negotiate your cable bill, one of the biggest things is make sure you've done your homework on what do your competitors have to offer. Because if you come to your cable provider and you say, hey, you guys used to have it for such and such, but now you have it at this, they're going to say, yep, that's kind of how it is now. And we can go the runabout, but you could also say, well, I've also been looking into some of the competitors in this same area. They're going to provide me the same level of service, same level of equipment, all of the same things that you're providing, but they're offering it to me at this price. Are you willing to meet me there, or should I already be looking for a new provider?
I like that. You're suggesting you might leave and then go from there. All right, Nick, thank you so much.
Such a pleasure.
Good information. Start negotiating. Ladies, pretty much everybody. Studio A, I'll be right back.